90-day story. Okay, some of you guys need to relaunch your business, and some of you guys need to launch your business for the first time. But I'll tell you, write this down. Who's taking notes? Drop a 0 in the chat box if you're taking notes. Your first 90-day story is the most important story that it's the story that you'll tell for the rest of your career. So when I launch somebody, okay, I launch somebody. I launch somebody in the business, and I talk to them and I explain to them, your first 90 days, got Mr. Matt Cooney on the call. Just saw you, bro. Making sure you're still here. Matt just got started. 90 days, 90 days, 90 days, Matt. We got to create that story. Yeah, just listen. Don't take notes if you're driving. Right? That 90-day story is what we got to help you create. Okay? And for those that have been in the business a little bit longer and you're not where you desire to be, maybe you've hit the bottom. Maybe you've hit rock bottom in life before. Remember this, the bottom will teach you more than the top, but it's the things that you learn at the bottom. It's the things that you learn when somebody rejects you. It's the things that you learn when your friends and family don't support you that will determine how long it takes to get back to the top or to get to the top. You see, this is why people can make $1 million in life, lose it, and get it right back. Because they've experienced it before, because they know what it feels like to earn that level of income or that level of rank before, okay? So if you're on this call here today or tonight or wherever you're at, understand, and I'm gonna go to the whiteboard and go over some things. Everybody has a starting point. This was mine to the left. I didn't own that shirt. It's actually still in my closet. My upline gave me that shirt. That ring was not a 6-figure or 7-figure ring. It was a class ring. Okay, I was a mess in 2013. But 1 year in this industry, my life started to change. Okay, people say, oh, you went chairman 25 or chairman 10 in 7 months. No, it took years to get to that point. But I always had the mentality that I was going to continue. Write this down. Write the quote down. Forget the pictures. People think in images. That's why I show you images. Okay, always doing more than you're paid for. See, if TJ or Tracy or Marissa, if you continue to do more than you're paid for today, you don't do what a P600 does, you don't do what a P1K does, you do more than you're paid for, the good news is time catches up. The skill catches up. The income catches up, right? Drop a 7 if you want the income to catch up. Eventually you get paid for more than you do, and it says it in Think and Grow Rich. My mentor in 2014, said it at a major convention. He said, when riches come, write this down. I need everybody, we're going to kick off this call talking about riches, okay? When riches come, I tell Steve this all the time, okay? He's probably sick of me, but I tell him this like literally every day we talk about this. When riches come, they will come so fast into your life, you will be wondering where they have been your entire life. And I truly believe that. I believe that you could go from the front of the room to the back of the room in 30 days. I believe that you can go from P1 to P5, right? You look at Rehad Jones' story, right? He went chairman 10, went all the way back to P2. And I think he said in 4 months or in 6 months, went from P2 to chairman 50. How many people are looking for that type of breakthrough? You got to have this mentality though. You have to have the mentality that no matter what I'm getting paid today, well, my back office says I'm P150. Now, do you work like a P150? No, you work like a Platinum 1000. Write this down. You're always thinking 2 ranks ahead. Always thinking 2 ranks ahead. We had a Platinum 600 and above leadership call with David and Minitier. And if you need a reason to go Platinum 600, it's to get on those mentorship calls with the people that we bring onto those calls. That 25-minute mentorship call with David. On people online sell stuff like that for $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, the information he gave. And David was explaining, and it's a fact, that 1 to 10% is the work. The other 90% is the mindset. It's what you do when things happen to you. How many people know that life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you? See, people quit your team so you learn how to become a better leader. You de-rank sometimes so you learn how to deal with a demotion to get the next promotion, right? So you always got to think 2 ranks ahead. In the chat box real quick, what are 2 ranks ahead for you, okay? Remember, we're not talking trading here today. It's Saturday, right? I'm not looking at markets tonight. 2 ranks ahead. So what's 2 ranks ahead look for you? Brenda said Chairman 10. I love it. It's done. P5000, Chairman 10. Matt Sotero in the building. P5K, P2K. Now that's how I need you to work. Now I need you to work a little bit harder. I need you to work, as a chairman, but your mentality, the numbers, right? If you are a Platinum 600 and you have 4, 4, and 4 right now, you need to be thinking, okay, 2 ranks ahead, P1, P2. Okay, I got to get this leg to 30. I got to get this leg to 30, and I got to get this leg to 15. That's where I want you to be thinking. Don't think, oh my God, I have 4 customers. How am I going to get to 30? You already lost the battle. How many people do I got to help go P150? Okay, if 4 people go Platinum 150, that's 12 new orders. Okay, I help a few of those go P150. Boom, I have 30 on this leg. Or I just help out of the 4, 2 of them go P600. Oh, there's my 30 there. Oh, do that on my second leg. Boom, done. That's how I need you to think. Now, if you're brand new on this call, do I believe you could go Chairman 10 this year? Yes. But if you're brand new on this call and you don't have a team yet, Chairman 10 should not be your immediate goal. It can't be your 30-day goal. Because you know what happens as humans? Depression kicks in. Wow, why am I not chairman, Mike? You told me I was going to get this little shiny pin if I just, make enough calls. No. You need to have a goal in the beginning that you can hit. And some people don't agree with that. But you need to have a short-term goal that you can run through. Everybody on this call has the ability to go Platinum 150 again this weekend. See, I gave out that challenge on Wednesday, and some people took it lightly, and some people have already done it. See, if you can't go Platinum 150 for the first time or can't go Platinum 150 again, you don't deserve Chairman 10. Now, let me ask everybody a question, and we haven't really started this. Do I have permission to speak freely? Do I have permission to speak to you as if your back office right now said Chairman 10? It already said Chairman 10 is, guess what? It's done. I can't see the chat box. Do I have permission to speak to you that way? Because some people get offended. Some people may quit after this training. Some people may not like me after this training. But a lot of people on this call, and I'm looking at the names. See, one of the best parts about building a team, right? The best part about building a team is you're a part of something bigger than yourself. But you have to say, here was my mentality. I know what I bring to the table. I know the value that I bring to the table. I know the work ethic I bring to the table. How many people on this call believe that you were called to do something bigger than your small hometown? You were called to do something bigger than be a Platinum 150. You were called to do something bigger in life. See, the problem is most people don't have a stepping stone. They don't have a vehicle to get over the hump. They don't have an industry, right? Tony Robbins started in network marketing. Les Brown started in network marketing. Jim Rohn started and built a network marketing company. Brian Tracy, network marketing, right? Ed Mylett is in network marketing. People don't understand that, though. It's a 3-figure business, 3-figure investment. Jason and Matt invested 3 figures. They actually split 3 figures because they were so broke. That story changed quick. So understand here tonight, today, this morning, okay? And then we're going to get into the training, is that it's not where you start, okay? But it's, can you remain in the trenches leaving this call? Okay, Bible says, be humble or be grateful for little. Be humble or grateful for what you have, and you'll be rewarded with more. See, that's where it starts, but it doesn't have to finish there. You need to be humble and grateful today. But do you believe that there is a reward on the other side of the price of success that you will pay? I believe so. I know And I kept believing when I was at chairman for 2 years, well, Mike, that's a great place to get stuck. No, I didn't get stuck. I found stability. I found stability at chairman 10 for 2 years. You know, there were people stuck at chairman 10 for 2 years and they quit because they couldn't control their mind. You see, even if you make more money, it doesn't mean you're going to be more happier. It doesn't mean that you're just going to, you know, everything's just going to be great. See, a chairman has problems. A chairman goes through adversity just like a Platinum 150 does, or just like any other person in life does. And some people on this call, you're not ready to go chairman because you're not ready for the responsibility that a rank brings. Okay? Write this down, and then we're going to get started. Some of you are like, get started? We've been on this call. We're going to get started. Write this down. Every rank brings a different level of responsibility. I was on a call yesterday with Matt Roast. I got on late because I was on a different call, and I just jumped on this link that Steve put out that Matt did for some of the leaders, the P600s and above. And he said something that was powerful, man. He said something that, you know, as a chairman, let's say you're a chairman on this call. Everybody here's a chairman, right? You're a chairman on this call. It's a push-pull business. Your team pushes you up, and then you got to pull them back. TJ goes P1000. Raquel goes P600 in his team. Raquel helps TJ go P1000. Now TJ pulls Raquel to P1000. Powerful business, man. It's a powerful business. We help Matt Sotero go P5K. We help Steve Max go Chairman 10. We help Brenda go P5. Elaine and Katie go Chairman 10. Guess what they get to do? They get to now bring you up. When I got involved in this company, I wanted to be, I came into this saying, I want to be a part of my upline success, because I knew the more success they had, the more they can pour and sow into me. But it's a different type of mentality to have that, because if you get into this business just to make this is the easiest thing you'll ever do, is make money. Well, Mike, I was told that money is a battle. I was told you have to fight to make money. It's the bullshit story you've been telling yourself. And that's why you don't have any money. It's crazy. It's crazy. The second I stopped focusing on this, it started to come into my life. The second I took my focus from this and I put it onto 4 letters, write this down, and I put it onto that, money started showing up. You know what else started showing up? The rank started showing up. You see, if you need to go Chairman 10, now you heard what I said. Not if you want to go Chairman 10. If you need to go Chairman 10 to get your bills paid, to help your family, to acquire freedom, it's not a want, it's a need. See, the people that go Chairman 10, here's a great story. Last night, brand new Chairman 10. This is being recorded. Brand new Chairman 10, Jason Awal out of Orlando, Florida. I was at the Chili's. He's not in my organization, but this kid's my brother. I was at the Chili's that he drove down to Orlando. We did an event in Doral. I was P2 or P5, I can't even remember. And his upline, he was sponsored by a guy off of Instagram named Julian Throne. Julian's a Platinum 2000. He sponsored Jason Awal. Awal, you know, is a video guy. He doesn't want to build. He drives down to Miami. We get dinner with our entire team at Chili's, okay? Really fancy restaurant, if you guys don't know what Chili's is. And Jason Awal's there, and I'm at the table with Jason and Matt, and Jason and Matt are like, yo, we're going to bring Awal on tour with us. We were about to go to Ecuador like a couple weeks later. So I meet Awal for the first time at Chili's, but really meet him at the airport a couple days later, and we're going on tour to South America. And for a long time, he didn't build. But the past 6 months, he flipped the switch and went from P2 to Chairman 10 in less than 6 months. Why do I share that story? Is because I saw the process. I was there when he joined the company. And the good news is that I see the same thing in a lot of people on this call. But it doesn't matter what I see. You may need to borrow your mentor's vision. You may need to borrow your mentor's belief. Because when this kid joined the industry, people think in pictures. That's why I'm showing this to you. When this kid joined the industry 7 years ago, I didn't believe in me. I was supposed to quit. I built a team of like 17 like high school kids really quick on one of my legs in that company, and they all refunded. It was $600 packages. The volume was like 500 in volume, and they all quit. They all refunded. And I hit my rank, and then I lost my rank, and I woke up one morning and I owed the company money. I'm like, what the hell just happened? Is this how this works? But my mentors at the time believed in me. So Steve's not your boss. Amberly's not your boss. Elaine and Katie are not your boss. But if they spend the time and they sow into you, understand the harvest will come, but you have to believe in yourself. Does that make sense? Drop a 7 if that makes sense. Man, it's Saturday afternoon. See, these are the calls and these are the people that I want to go to war with. These are the people that don't make damn excuses. You know, sometimes people complain like, oh, there's a call every day, or there's never going to make it. Those people will never make it. It's the calls you don't get on. It's the calls that you don't feel like get on is where you get the breakthroughs, whether it's calling a prospect. There was a call the other day at 2 a.m. in the morning. I didn't feel like doing it, but I did it. The person enrolled. What if that person goes chairman? My lazy self would have missed out on chairman because I didn't want to do a call at 2 a.m. Really? You get paid XYZ and you're going to be lazy? Can't be lazy in this business. Laziness leads to poverty. So let's get into the training. That was just, you know, I wanted to preface this call and make everybody understand that this is going to take time. But guess what? You choose what you do with your time here tonight. Okay? You choose what you do with your time here tonight. And there's the skills, right? I talked about the skills the other day. I'm not going to go into them here, but there's the skills that you have to get good at. Okay? You have to get good at. You have to become a professional. My GoPro book is in the other room, but you have to get good at these 3 skills. Now, while you're getting good at these 3 skills, the level of following up with urgency will dictate how fast you build your business, okay? My mentor always told me to do this, okay? And I listened to him because he made a lot of money, and he built massive teams, different times, is to recruit, to train in what? In numbers. Okay, you see this training we're doing right now? It's in numbers. I'm not doing this training 100 times with 100 individual people. I'll lose my voice and I will go insane. Okay, we're doing this in numbers. Why? Because you want to save time and you also want to exert energy into the right things. See, people join this business and they put energy into the wrong things. Their friend says no, and then they try to convince their friend. You're putting your energy into the wrong thing. You lose a trade. You go back for more. You're putting your energy into the wrong thing, right? Revenge trading is a way to get into debt, okay? You know, I had some friends, a few friends who I believed were great traders, man. I thought they were the top of the top. And then you see that they were revenge traders. You see that they really were not making any money trading. Why? They were putting their energy. On the outside, it looked all good and dandy, but on the inside, no. They had an inner problem in trading, and they put all their energy into going back for more. See, in trading, if you go back for more, you'll leave with less. How many people know that? Drop a 1 if you know that. If you go back for more, you will leave with less. Trading is not the vehicle to be going back for more. Trading is the vehicle to have a plan, to work the plan, to let the compound numbers be on your side in your favor. The risk to reward. Okay, so these 3 skills, okay? Now, let me ask everybody a question here tonight. This is a building training. I can speak freely on building. How many people are on your list? See, every chairman was once on somebody else's list. I said that on the other night's call. I say that all the time. Every educator was once on somebody else's list, okay? And you got to understand as you're building your team, right? You come into this and you want to go Platinum 150. Everybody here should have the desire to go Platinum 150 again by tonight, midnight, enrolling 3 brand new customers and going P150 again. Okay? It doesn't matter what rank you are, go P150 again. Lead by example. Show your team. See, dictators tell people what to do. Managers tell people what to do. Nobody likes those people, right? Leaders show people what to do. Leaders show people where to go, especially in a time of uncertainty. Here's your list, okay? Here's where you got to understand. Write this down. Not always, but usually the superstars come 4 to 8 levels deep. What does that mean? I enroll Amberly, Amberly enrolls Brenda, Brenda enrolls TJ, TJ enrolls Tracy, Tracy enrolls her aunt, boom, her aunt goes chairman 10. That's how this works. So don't get caught up, and this is a little bit of a leadership conversation, but don't get caught up. If these people quit, let them quit. You know, Bishop T.D. Jakes, who I'm excited to be, he's going to be a part of this platform here soon, shortly. You know, he says, if somebody can walk away from you, let them walk. See, in this business, I don't convince people to join. I don't convince people to stay. I don't convince them to work. Because then now I'm in the convincing business. And I didn't sign up for that. I signed up to help people. I signed up to get wealthy. I signed up to create residual income. Okay? I didn't sign up to, bro, please stay. It's all, no. See, as leaders and as your businesses grow, people will come to you for life advice. People will come to you asking you, Andrew Mueller, Amberly, can you do my taxes? No, I can't do your taxes. See, you're not a psychologist. You're not, you know, a life consultant. You have to understand that people are going to come to you with their problems. Now, can you help everybody in the chat box? Yes or no? Can you help everybody with every single problem they have? And you have to understand that. I don't get paid to give people life advice, okay? You don't get paid to do that either. You know, I said it on Wednesday night. You know, motivational speaking is not network marketing. You're not a life coach, okay? And you have to be able to understand that if somebody, even if they're on your team, there may be somebody on your team holding your team back from going to the next level because you put all your time and all your energy into them instead of the people that are actually working the business. See, I don't want to work with high maintenance leaders. That's one of the biggest pet peeves I have. If you require all this time and all this effort, your ass better be producing. Excuse my language. You better be producing. Because there's two types of mentalities. You have producers. That's the TJ Pooms. Kid comes in, not a kid, he's older than me. Gentleman comes in, goes P1K. He produces. He doesn't ask for permission to become successful. He made it very clear. I'm going P1K, got P1K done. But there are people on this call, and this is not to offend anybody here. And look, if you're just a customer, to get off the call. But you're a consumer. You consume all the energy on the calls. You consume all the notes. Guys, I know people that have notebooks, but no rank. They have notebooks, but no volume. Notebooks, but no leadership. Make the decision today, okay? If you take away anything I say here, we're going to end this thing in here in a few minutes. If you take away anything I say today, do not be a consumer in the business. Be a consumer on the products. But some of y'all need to have a reality check. My biggest reality check was when I lost my check in August 24th, 2015. I said, I'm not building network marketing this way anymore. It's not safe. But I made a decision January 9th, 2013, that I was going to become a producer. I wasn't going to ask for permission. I've outranked almost all my uplines in every company. Now, Jason and Matt, there's a lot of work to do. But I tell Chris Garrick this all the time. I'm going to outrank you. There's already uplines in my upline that I've outranked. And it's not because I'm better than them. Listen to what I'm saying. It's because my mentality since I was 3 years old playing sports was I'm competitive and I'm going to win. It wasn't like, well, I hope I hit chairman in this company. It was, I have to hit chairman. It's in my DNA. See, some of you, it's not in your DNA yet. That's why you'll never get there. But guess what? It's not hereditary, meaning you can implant, you can literally put that blood, put that DNA in yourself here today. because chairman is a decision. Producing is a decision. Going in and enrolling 5 new customers this weekend is a decision. And I gave this example on a few calls. I don't know if you've heard it before, but I'll make it very clear. If somebody had your family hostage right now with a gun to their head and said, you have to enroll, you have to go P150 again by tonight at midnight, would you do it? In the chat box, would you go P150 again tonight? If not, the kidnappers were going to kill your family, kill your kids, or kill your parents. 100% you would get it done. You would go produce. Why? Because the why and the reasons are greater than where you are and the situation. The second you let your situation dictate what you do is the second that you stay in that situation. Make a decision today that I'm going to produce. What does a producer do? They prospect, they present, they expose the information. They don't call Steve. People do this stuff. It's so funny. Hey, Steve, can I do a call tomorrow at 3? No, do the call, figure it out. See, when you're in momentum, oh, this is good, Steve. This is for Steve Max right here. Before you go into a momentum phase, you know what you have to do? And some of you are not willing to do this because of time or because of energy. Write this down. You have to say yes to everything. 3-way call, yes. Home event, yes. Meeting, yes. Figure the rest out. Guys, I've triple booked my calendar many times. I figure it out. I'll be on in 1 minute and 13 seconds. I'll be on in 4 minutes. You figure it out. You say yes to everything. And if you don't say yes to everything, you're saying no to everything. You're saying no to your goals and dreams. Now, this happens as you grow the organization. Because when you have nobody in your team, nobody's hitting you up. Nobody's messaging you. So you have to build that. But a producer will build that and then say yes to everything. Does that make sense to everybody on this call here tonight, this morning, wherever you are? In the chat, does that make sense? You have to say yes to everything to go to the next rank. Because this pin does not make you a rank. You know, one of the realest things that I've ever heard is you're not at your rank until you produce that rank. Man, we got some work to do. You're not at P2000 until you break a P2000. You're not chairman until you break a chairman. That's kind of my mentality right now. I got to go break 5 chairmans. It's like, that's it. 5 chairmans in the next 6 months, in the next 90 days, excuse me. 5 chairmans, and their names are all right here on my computer, on the whiteboard out there. So as we wrap this up, which one are you going to be? I'll close with this. Which one are you going to be? Doing a 3-way call, it's not that difficult. If you need help with that, somebody can help you with that. You know, setting the date, right? Now, let me say this. You got on the training call the other day. If you were on. If you weren't on, it's okay. And I asked everybody to set the date and to start inviting. Have you done it? Have you done your launch call? See, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not a dictator. But when my mentors were making XYZ amount a month and they told me to do something, I did it. I didn't question them. When Alex tells me to do something, yes, sir, getting it done right now. You know, David's not in my upline, but I asked David for advice and he tells me to do something, go read this book, go listen to this audio. I stop what I'm doing and I go do that, okay? Mike, I'm coachable, I'm teachable. Have you done a launch call in the past 72 hours since that Midnight Mastermind? If you haven't, here's the opportunity. Set the date, start inviting. Some of you guys need to launch and some of you guys need to relaunch. What does that mean, Mike? Some of you guys need to flip the switch in your mind and say, I'm going to relaunch my business. Well, I'm already P2000. How do I do that? You relaunch your business. I'm already P600. How do you do it? You relaunch your business. You reinvent yourself. Jay-Z 20 years ago is a different Jay-Z than he is today. You have to reinvent who you are and what and how you do it. See, there's always different perspectives on everything, right? You know, if this is a picture frame, you have a guy that can see the picture frame from over here, and then you have a guy that can see the picture from over here. It's 2 different perspectives. My perspective has always been, however I see it, is how I'm going to react. So if I see my business as it's just beginning and not finishing, it's just beginning. If I see this company as the beginning, not the end of my life, or the beginning and not the end, then it's the beginning. I see I Am Mastery Academy as the vehicle to do what I want to do, the vehicle to fund my goals and dreams. There are people on here that want to become musicians or become artists or become whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. I sat down with an individual the other day, and this right now, I don't think he's gotten started, but he's talking about making Cuba the next Dubai. I said, bro, that's going to take a lot of money. I'm with you. My grandparents got on a boat, came from that country. I'm with you on that. But you have to get rich first to do something like that. Like wealthy, like hundreds of millions of dollars. Here's the starting point. He didn't understand that. See, people sometimes have this crazy dream. And look, your dream has to be crazy. People can't, you got to have people that are like, but you also got to understand that if you don't do something about it, if you don't step out of your comfort zone, then nothing is going to change. Nothing changes if you don't change. Leaving this call, here's what I challenge you to do. I challenge you to become a producer, not because we care about your volume or your numbers, but because you're going to be the most happy, the most fulfilled when you have the ability to produce. And then most important, this is the fulfillment part. When you have the ability to pour into somebody else and see them go produce what, Mike? Go produce a new lifestyle. One of the greatest parts about this business and this industry, 7.5 years later, I feel kind of old when I say that. 7.5 years later in this industry is I've seen the supernatural happen many, many times. It's happened in my own life. The supernatural. I've seen things happen. I've seen people look at their business with their physical eyes and nothing changes. And then I've seen people look at their business with their spiritual eyes. And I've seen people go from P6 to Chairman 50. I remember meeting, I think I met Zain Khan on a Zoom call. He was Chairman 10. Now he's Chairman 100. Make a decision today. Okay? Make a decision right now that you're going to become a producer in this organization. You're not just going to be a starfish that just sits there and look pretty. You're going to be a producer, that people are going to know your name. One of the biggest wake-up calls I had, man, October 2017, I just joined the company. Nobody knew my rank yet. I wasn't really public that I was in IM. And I was a P2000. And my first ever convention for this company was Houston, right? There was Hurricane Harvey, I believe. It got rescheduled. Remember that hurricane in Houston? And the event got pushed to October. Well, I showed up in October as a P2000 sitting in the back of the room. Guys, I sat in the last row and my ego was destroying me because I was used to being in the front in my previous company. I was used to being closer in, proximity, and nobody knew me. Now, I didn't let that hold me back. I said, next convention, people are going to know who I am. Not in an egotistical way, but because I'm a producer inside. My DNA says I have to go produce or I'm not living. I'm not fulfilled if I'm not producing. And here's how you know you're producing: when people on your team are winning. That's it. You know you're producing the right fruit when you have people in your team having success trading and having success in this business. A consumer, I'm going to sign up TJ, Steve, and Tracy, and let's see if they go to work. If they don't do anything, I'll quit. If they do anything, great, I'll make some money. The lottery mentality mindset. Guys, you already won the lotto. You're in I Am Mastery Academy in 2020. People will talk about this moment 6 years from now, 10 years from now. Dexter Yeager, who joined Amway, 22 years later. He joined the company 22 years after the company was established. He passed away like 6 months ago. His family earns millions of dollars a week because of the decision that he made. A week. Some reports say he makes it every day. Nobody really knows. He joined the company 22 years later. You know what he decided? I'm going to become a producer. I'm going to change my last name forever. He became one of the first billionaires from this industry. He's made over almost $1 billion in commissions. Producer. Yeah. This is where I challenge you to be at today, tonight, and leaving this call, most importantly, that you're going to go produce some new fruit. You're going to go produce some new ranks. You're going to go produce a new level of yourself, because there are people counting on you right now, and there's also people waiting to see you fail. There's some people on your list right now that are just waiting for that post. Oh, it didn't work. They're waiting for that phone call. Oh, you know, it didn't work. And here's what I'll tell you is don't do it to prove them wrong, especially if you're new on this call. It's very easy to take your energy and go do it to prove them wrong. Do it to prove yourself right. You made the right decision. You're in this company. Now, what are you going to go do with it? Are you going to become a producer, or are you going to be a consumer like most of the world is? If you produce in this company, you will be rewarded. 1,000%. Right, Steve? That pay quicker yesterday? You will be rewarded. So, guys, I appreciate your time. If you have people in Spain, we're doing a launch call in 13 minutes. Anybody that speaks Spanish, we'll get that information out to everybody in some of the group chats right now. If you have people in Spain or in Europe or that speak Spanish. But guys, have a great night. We have a huge team call tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to bring some traders on for that. Steve, thank you for hosting this, bro. And I will pass it back to you.
Wow, wow, wow. Guys, let's go ahead and drop some 5,000s in the chat for this becoming a Chairman 100 organization. Shout out to Chairman 25, soon to be Chairman 50, Michael Sotero. I don't know about you guys, but 3 years in, Chairman 25 is not a bad look, right? Guys, I want you to understand something. He said it took him a few years before starting here to get to Chairman 25, but guess what? It was worth it. Now he makes more than the average CEO, right? How many of you guys would like to make an extra 25 grand a month plus bonuses, plus what you're going to make trading, because you're going to invest that money and triple it up, right? Shout out to all of you. Drop some ones in the chat for close to 90 people on this call on a Saturday afternoon. Some of you guys on here, it's in the middle of the night. Some of you guys on here, it's early in the morning, and 90 people deep on this call, guys. Absolutely powerful.